I'm going to show you how to tie a leech or worm pattern that I found works pretty well for bass. Started out here with the number 2 streamer hook, tied in with black 210 denier thread. You can use, of course, whatever color you want depending on your pattern. Now I've got a 6-inch long piece of rabbit zonker. This one's purple. I'm going to lay it here so the fur lays rearward on the hook and put it so it sits just in front of the eye of the hook. And then right where the thread starts, I'm going to peel back the fur a little bit and then go ahead and tie in right behind that fur that you pulled back. Give it a few good wraps and then fold it back, move your thread in front. Now I've got a piece of yellow chenille I've already cut to length. I'm going to go ahead and tie that in right behind, right in front of the zonker strip. Tie that in nice and tight, and then wrap your thread forward to about maybe a quarter of the way or a third of the way behind the eyelet. Build up a nice little cushion of thread because you're going to eventually do barbell eyed like you normally would see on a clouser. Now I'm going to make this one weedless, so I've got, not sure if it's going to show up on a video, but I've got a little piece of 40-pound test mono, kind of crimped it into a wishbone shape. You want to just lay that over the hook and tie that in. It's kind of difficult, takes some practice. Go to my website, I got a little link to show you how to do it. Once you get that all situated, kind of spread it out so it protects the hook a little bit, and then put a little dab of super glue on there, help it hold its place. And then right in front of that, I'm going to put in the barbell eye. You just use the figure eights that you would normally use for this type of eye. Get it to sit nice and straight where you want it. And I like to do these little loops underneath the eyes to help tighten up the figure eight. Bring your thread right back behind the eye. Put on another dab of super glue, and by now the super glue on the mono is starting to firm up. So what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of time, pull it nice and tight, hold it in the position where it's going to protect the hook point, and then wait for it to dry. I'm going to go ahead and kill the video because this will take about 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so the super glue's pretty well firmed up, and now what you want to do is you want to take that mono, bend it back so that it's just about touching the hook point, and you want to cut it so it extends past the hook point. You can imagine it's moving along and it runs into a stick or something. It's got to deflect all the way to there before you'll snag up. So it's pretty effective. Now remember the chenille I tied in earlier. I'm going to get that out. Go ahead and wrap that forward. This really just kind of adds some color. I don't think it does too much to make it a better fly, other than make me happy with the way it turns out looking. This will also help your mono stand up nice and straight if you wrap it around there pretty good. And once you're behind the eye, go ahead and tie it off. Do a couple loops, cut off the excess, and then tie it down tight. Now you want to bring the short little stub of zonker strip that you left there, bring it forward, find the spot right behind the eye, separate the fur again, and tie it down right behind the eye. Get it down nice and tight. And then bring your thread in front of the eye, pull down the little stub, and you want to tie it down too, right in front of the eye. I didn't leave myself much to work with, but you can learn from my mistake and leave a little extra zonker strip there. Cut off the extra if you have any. I don't have much. And then put down a good head, a good tapered head. Finish your fly. I got a whip finish tool here that I like to use. You can just do this or just do overhand knots. Someone's calling. They're probably not important. But anyway, I'm almost done, so I'll do this and go answer the phone. Add a dab of super glue and got yourself a nice Leech pattern.